Oh, hi, Ian and Sean again here with the third in our series of the 5 dysfunctions of a team, where we're approaching it from behaviours and also emotional intelligence. We've talked about vulnerable trust. We've talked about how that's important to get into productive conflict. And the next behaviour is commitment, okay? And you can't have commitment without productive conflict. But commitment is so important. It requires 2 things really. It requires clarity of what one is buying into, and it requires buy-in from the team. So when you have gone through the conflict stage and everybody's opinions are there and the decisions have been made, it's important at the end of those meetings or those discussions to wrap up and make sure that the decision made is clear, everybody understands it going around the team, and everybody has bought into that. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So the question then is, it seems like it sounds like it's a very straightforward process.
It is. It's very straightforward. It's very simple.
Not easy.
It can be difficult. It requires discipline, and frankly, not many businesses or organizations do it well. Those that do succeed.
So some of the things that when you have commitment, and let me just make sure we're clear on that, in order to get commitment, the individual and team have to understand what's being asked of them or what they've agreed to. Because if they've got the trust, in a safe environment to have that constructive conflict, they'll have those conversations and they'll come to a decision. And then that next step is to be able to go, okay, we all understand the decision. Yes. And we're getting that really clear on that. And then we have a simple step of everybody committing to it. And I imagine then in that process of commitment, there's an agreement on the roles that each person will be fulfilling and committing to for the greater good.
Yes.
Okay. And again, my job is to return that back again to the safe belong matter. And for me, this really comes down to the belonging and the mattering. Because we've already proved the safety aspect. We've had the conversations. So they belong to the right tribe because they're able to make decisions and they're able to commit as a group. But also that next bit is that each person has a very valid role that they're committing to delivering within the greater team.
Absolutely.
And so it has to be incumbent then that each person takes ownership of their role and responsibility in that, and not try to do any of the sloping shoulders or the
going back and doing the masterly inactivity.
The masterly inactivity. Yes, interesting. So that brings on to almost the next thing is when there is a commitment. Is there then an immediate question about what action and what activity is going to take place? A great phrase I heard years ago was from every commitment, the next step should always be one action, and it might only need to be one small action, but it takes you one step closer towards that that commitment.
When I said clarity, that was implicit. That was my mistake. I didn't make it clear enough. So the situation goes like this, problem. Let's debate the options we have to sort that problem. Let's make sure we get everybody's opinions out on the table, the conflict part of it. Let's make the decision. Is everybody bought into that decision? Yes. Now then, we go around the team. Let's play it back. So A, we are all clear on that decision. And B, we say what action we are going to take. Each of us individually is going to take to get the whole team to move forward. So it's about clarity of the decision. It's about clarity of next steps. And it's about clarity of who's going to do it. And that's the sort of commitment you're looking for at that stage.
And if I didn't know anything about the 5 dysfunctions of a team, would I be anywhere close to saying accountability somewhere would be next?
Quite possibly, yes, it is. Accountability is next, of course, because and we'll talk about that in the next session, I think. But accountability is very important. And actually, it's peer accountability.
Yeah. Okay.
It's each team member holding each other to account that is the most powerful. But we can talk about that a bit more at the next time.
Perfect. Well, I'm looking forward to that. So we've dealt with trust, constructive conflict, commitment, and
next up is accountability.
Looking forward to it. All right, short and sweet again this time, under 10 minutes. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one, guys. Thanks, Ian.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks, Sean.
Bye.